Hello everyone, I'm Sara Wiseman and we are here with the DIVINESTROLOGY March 2023 forecast. I'm delighted that you're here and glad to have you as part of this journey. This is a channeled forecast, and so that means that I spent time prior to this. I sort of go into sort of a trance with my eyes closed, and then my process is that I write on laptop and channel this work through. Sometimes, especially when I'm teaching, I do channel in writing, but this particular channeling is prepared in writing for you, and now I'm going to provide it to you. If you're interested in receiving this work direct to your inbox, you can subscribe and you'll get notified when the next one comes out, and you can also go to the website sarawiseman.com and sign up there. It's sort of plastered all over the homepage. It would be hard to miss it. So here we go for March 2023, working with ego. We spend much of our life clinging to our attachments. We attach to the past. We attach to relationships. We attach to false ideas about who we are. We attach to false ideas about who we should become. It's not wrong to mull and ponder over all of our experiences. What gets us into trouble is ego cling. Remember, the ego does not care about your soul awakening. The ego just wants to be in charge. This means the ego will cling to anything that lets it run the show. The ego will cling to anything that keeps it in control. This isn't good or bad, it's what is. So we can learn to work with that. We don't need to get rid of the ego. We don't need to quiet it or subdue it. Instead, we can learn to work with it. Recall, we can't get rid of ego. Ego is part of the package that makes us human. We can no more climb out of our body. So some people call ego shadow, and that is a way to think of it. But lots of ego is not dark at all. Lots of ego is what creates our joyous, friendly, open self, or our motivated, focused, hardworking self, or our quirky, sensitive, curious self. The key is we get to choose how much ego leads. When it's useful, we can let ego lead. When it's not useful, we can let soul lead. Ego thinks it's in charge, but soul is really in charge. There is no contest or argument. Just knowing this can help. There's no contest or argument. Your ego can either pull you forward or drag you back. The key is you get to decide. The part of you that is soul gets to decide. Ego is not an unruly monster. The shadow is not more powerful. Even when we are in our darkest moments, we have choice. Ego is like a small, willful child, easily distracted to the next shiny thing. Keeping mind, ego, personality busy is easy. We can work with this. So this is our message for March 2023. And it's a really good lesson as we move into spring, and at least in Northern Hemisphere. And just wanted to make a note. Ego is not always this boisterous, loud, brash, dominant kind of thing. Sometimes the ego's got two sides, and sometimes ego is the victim. Sometimes we prefer to stay in that victim role, or we prefer to be passive, or we prefer to let others be in charge. And this is another way that ego works. So just kind of look at that in your life, especially, a lot of you guys out there are introverts like me, and we just think, well, I'm not bossy. I'm not, I'm not loud. It's like, so what part of you is running this show that is demanding that you're still victim, or you're not going for what you can do, and those kinds of things? Just kind of looking at that idea, and remembering that the soul is such a higher force. And when you allow that to lead you, when you allow yourself to be guided by the universe, and you lock into collective soul, this is when everything starts to change. I am Sara Wiseman. You will find me at sarawiseman.com, where you can sign up for this forecast monthly for free. And there's also a free mini course, The Magic of Blind Readings. See you next month, folks. Thanks for listening.